grade uses a square foot gardening technique where the garden is divided into these 1 foot segments, just using a little nail and then pieces of string, and then each kid can plant things in it. Something that Miss Smith was really curious about growing was garbanzo beans, or chickpeas. So we have a few of those in there, and so that's what I'm going to focus on today, because they aren't in any of the other beds. So this is what the garbanzo beans look like, and you harvest them when the pod has dried out. So you can see that a lot of these have turned brown now. So some activities that you could do with these garbanzo beans that are in the bed are you could count how many beans there are on each plant. You could take a look at buy a can of beans at the store, see how many are in that, and then you could do some calculations about, well, how many are you finding on average on the plants? Then you could look at, okay, so how much land did that take to produce that many of the little peas that are inside there? And then you could do some economic calculations about that. So you can look at the area of land that it takes to produce the beans, how much land you would need to produce 1 can of beans, and then you can do some things about the costs. You could also get into some lessons about geography or social studies if you want to also include labor into that conversation, whether that's the labor to plant and grow the plant, to harvest it, transport, package, get it on the shelf. So there's a whole line there that you can talk about. You can also incorporate this into using people's sense of taste after you've harvested your own. Probably aren't going to have enough to make some hummus, but you could either make your own hummus with some chickpeas that you have bought, or sample hummus. And if we get into geography, you could research where garbanzo beans are traditionally from, where did they originate from, where is hummus eaten a lot, or other foods made with chickpeas, and you can play around with that. Have a nice little hummus sampling as well. Who knows, maybe you want to combine it with some other veggies in here and have like a beautiful pink beet hummus to try out. So there are 4 little garbanzo bean plants in there, and so have fun talking about them, harvesting them, and hopefully eating some hummus too.